say, because I got my camera on, and y'all know I'm gonna be honest without being disrespectful. He was a very light-skinned man, and now they got this multiracial. If you're not all 100% black, you're not considered black. And so that was gonna be my question. We out here on an African town, and your father,
by a white guy.
He looked real white.
Let me put it to you like this.
Good question.
It took, for some crazy reason, out of all the bad black power people we had in our American history, it took. No, you had these black power people, man. They were marching in the street, telling the cracker, sticking it to the man, the Republic of New Africa, the American Muslim. You had Martin Luther King and the CLC, CORE, all these groups. But it took a man with my father's complexion to bring Africa to us in America in its truest essence. No watered down stuff.
Wow.
No Jesus hidden behind the curtain. Pure African. We venerate African tradition. And my dad did it, and he had to do it with carrying that skin color.
Oh yeah, he
had a hard time coming. He had a hard time, but for some reason, y'all black people loved it.
Yeah, well,
obviously, is it the words that he was saying, or was it because he looked like the cracker we work for?
Yeah, well, obviously, our black is getting Saturday, so we're gonna do a road trip to Seabrook, South Carolina. They have an African town that was established in 1970s, sovereignty, and think it's like they have their own laws and they're governed by themselves. I think a man came from New York and I want to say petition. He came down and bought some land and he established it. Don't quote me on that, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to go find out, right? That's how you know you're going to go find out. Let me see. I think it's African Village or African Kingdom. Just access the internet. I just Googled it. So I'm looking forward to it. My daughter found it. She'll be finding like little different things, huh? And because she know I'm interested in stuff like that. And open up and broadens your mind, right? So you can be able to have a conversation. So if you're not an engineer, you're not a doctor, you're not a lawyer, construction, singer, jazz, ceramics, you know, you make candles, you know what I mean? Whatever your background is. Sorry, y'all, my nose ring. Then you have access to information, and you don't have to know how to do calculus and statistics. You don't have to know how to be an engineer or right-brained or left-brained or, you know, talk about finances or philosophy, something like that. But you should be able to be able to follow along in the conversation so you can ask questions that are important to you. And then you have a little, you know, a little brief synopsis of things that's going on in the world, right? That's just how I am. That's how I get down. What I'm getting ready to say. So grab your pocketbooks and your wallets and let's go. Grab your pocketbooks and wallets and let's go. Guys, we're on our way to African town. It was established in 1970. It's a sovereign, all black. I don't want to sit here and pretend like I know exactly what it is. The only thing I research is what I read off the internet, but they do tours. And so I think it's going to be fascinating when we get to, you know, see how they got here, how it was established. I'm going to take some footage, but I also want to take some footage before we arrive. I guess we would have to use our imagination. What would have been like 1970 is probably really, really rural. This would probably be rural to people who come from the city, but people who live here, it's pretty built up. So there's a house in front, right there.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your right.
Wait a minute, baby. Let me get this, please. And then I'm gonna go real slow because I'm gonna hurt their eyes just so they can get a view what this would be like. The house is right there. So now we're gonna come on in. It's open, right? It says slow. They got trailers and stuff back here. Let's see what that looks like back there. Okay, there you go. Let me get this, baby. I want to get you. It says Kingdom. So they live way out. I can't get it. You gotta stop for a minute, please. Thank you. And then we're gonna go a little slow. Upcoming events. You mind if I get this? Thank you. And then we're going down the road. They living way out here. Okay. I'm getting all this for you guys. Y'all come on. They're way on out here. And they do tours. I'm gonna let the camera ride out because I've never seen this before. Tour adults, $25. Thank you. Let me get that sign. I can't see it nowhere. What does it say? I can.
Kids 10.
And kids 10. Thank you. Well, and so we'll get the. If you could stop right for a minute, let me just get this whole visual, please. Thank you so much. And they live out here, and then I'll get out and get some, and get this whole compound, because that's what it is. Okay, you guys. It says you are leaving the United States. You are entering the Yuba Kingdom in the name of Highness. I can't. Peace, welcome to the sacred Yuba village in North America, built by priests of the Voodoo cults as tribute to our ancestors. The priests preserve the customs, the laws, and the religion of African race. Welcome to our land. You have to stop and blow the horn. It says stop and blow the horn, so get back in your car and blow the horn out of respect. Thank you, sweetie. So I'm not on American soil anymore because the sign says you are leaving the United States and you are entering Yuba Kingdom.
Yes,
So,
hello, how are you?
yeah, hi.
United States.
Yes, I am leaving.
Family.
Can you believe it? You are leaving the United States. Could you pronounce that for me?
Oyotunji.
Oyotunji. And how do you say Y-O-R-U-B-A? I'm vlogging. Would that be disrespectful? Am I allowed to?
Yes, you're allowed to.
Okay, I want to make sure. Y'all,
What word were you asking about?
for that word? Why? You know how is it? People say Yoruba. Y-O-U.
Oh, yes, it's Yoruba. Yes,
Yoruba.
ma'am. I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
No,
Like,
yeah.
what? Wow.
Okay.
I'm a little slow today. Yes,
No,
it's Yoruba.
no. So, would you want to welcome my
Yes, welcome. They are now in Oyotunji, African Kingdom. We say Kabo. That means
Kabo.
welcome. And we also say Ekushe. That means we thank you for your service. And what does that mean? Not you, beautiful, but your mothers, and your fathers. Oyotunji is the capital of Orisha Voodoo. So all that means is your ancestors, your spirit guides, your deities rock with the entities that reside with us. Now, our founder, Osejiman Adofumi, was a revolutionary energy that helps reestablish the African diaspora for us. He reinserted the 7 African powers, ancestor worship, and what have you in between. You gotta know, we in Plantation Nation, sister. And what that means to us, that the only thing that mattered in Low Country was rice.
Rice.
You better know it. Osejiman reinserted our invisible connection. He reinserted a gungun. And a gungun represent the ancient clans on your mother and father's sides.
Okay.
And you stand on all of those energies.
Wow.
That's 250,000 on your left and 250,000 on your right. You are a giant literally standing here.
Wow.
We finna go in and
Why I'm here is because on Twitter or any social platforms, you always have a lot of woke people, because I don't know if they're Black Americans, African Americans, there's so many different names, but they're always talking about separating. I am so tired of hearing it.
What do they talk? What do you mean?
They keep saying the white man, and I'm saying accountability. If you want to separate, you come together, you pull your resources together, and your father did it. Your father did it. I am so tired of hearing it, but they can do what they want to do because they have a right to do. But to keep projecting, we already know they ain't going to change, right? So you're going to have to either go around it, or you're going to have to just deal with it. And I'm not saying that because my son in the Bill Gates thing, I'm saying that you got to eat. And if you're going to do something, you got to do what you're going to do.
I'm a comedian. You know what Black people and pigeons have in common?
What?
We both need a man to feed us. Pigeons do not feed themselves in the wild like a hawk or an owl. They have to wait for you to throw bread in the park, or they scavenge in the garbage cans. Black people, you want to separate? You would die in a day because you can't live without the Europeans.
Oh, wow.
We are so European and it's ingrained in us so deeply, we cannot separate until you come to this African kingdom. We separated, boo.
Yeah, but they think that
we separated.
I need y'all to correct me. They think it's about the clothes. It's more than the clothes. It's the life, the culture, the music, the oral traditions.
That depends on how deep you want to go. Some people just want the clothes.
I gotta wear afro. I gotta wear natural. Now I'm pro-black.
Because remember years ago people didn't even like the clothes.
Right. Oh, I've said all this.
Having the clothes is a step. But we there are steps to this. You start by loving your clothing. Because you love European clothing. This is a camiseta, a t-shirt.
Yeah, and jeans are made by, see me and you, well, I got to see me and you.
She has on asha. You have on asha, you know?
Okay, I know.
This is our culture. So when we do that, we create economics for ourselves, everything. So if you have a culture, you got economics, you got a community, you got everything you need. But if you are Black people in America trying to be Black and American, you don't have a culture. You are just a residual of what came after the plantations.
So why do they feel like
a bad representation of your master.
Why do they feel like, and I'm talking about each group, and I'm not being no moral compass, I'm just asking questions that a lot of people that they might call black sheets and sellouts want answers to. Why do they feel like that they're more entitled to the next person being black? We all still here. We don't own no mineral rights.
It is only in America where you
property.
experience this. I would need my black people to travel to Brazil. Shit, go to London where he from. You see more unity amongst the black people because there's a common goal at hand. In America, our common goal since we left the South and your parents moved to Pennsylvania was to go and find a job.
Yep,
and
the mills.
The mills.
And work for somebody.
They went from the plantation to the plant.
Yep,
okay?
absolutely.
And now, what happened from that is that we have a separation in us. If we would have just kept Black Wall Street after they bombed it, rebuild it, and stick together like we do in this community, we build power amongst unity and numbers.
I say that respect, power. We need respect and power so we can influence, so we can destroy per deemed necessary. I've been saying our solution. We got to have respect. We don't have respect for ourselves, our body, our people.
But you talking about respect according to whose tradition? White people's tradition? Because white people don't respect nothing, and that's all we know. We need to learn African tradition because in African tradition, it gives you the tenets of nature.
Okay, now this is where you're going to get upset.
Nature
but
is
this is
where
the
you
thing.
respect.
They say we're not from Africa.
But see, that's what I want to talk about now.
I'm being honest, right?
Black people,
we're going to deal with it out here on the... we ain't in America, right? So we're going to deal with it. They say we're not from Africa.
Black people in America are worse than Harvey Finkelstein. Harvey Finkelstein is what the Jewish people call a self-hating Jew, only because he disliked what the Jewish people do with their Zionistic ways. Black people in America are self-hating people. We find every reason to redirect ourselves from Africa. Africa grew tropical fruits, vegetables, medicines everywhere. Who the hell want to be from America where nothing grows, it's cold 8 months out the year in most of the country, and how can you give up the beauty of Africa for America, which you would never get? All right, niggas is from America, but you would never own it.
It's so funny. Go
ahead, black people. You're indigenous to the country. You're not indigenous to America. But black people are clearly indigenous to the whole globe, not just America. So don't just say America. America is a cheap trash bin, and we want to claim it. Why don't we say we indigenous to China? That's where the power at. Why we don't say we indigenous to Taiwan? Because we are. Why we don't say we indigenous to India? Because we are. Why we don't say we indigenous to Australia? Because we are. But we want to talk about America because niggas can't get over America. Y'all want America so bad, but can't do nothing with it if the white people gave it to you.
But King, no disrespect, you're not allowed to say it because you're my complexion. You get that?
But
I thought you would get that. When I say it, they don't listen to me because my complexion ain't.
We will acknowledge the fact that we are a cosmic race.
We are different.
You are a blend different than any other blend in the entire globe. Because North America was shut off from the rest of the world for over 10,000 years until Africans started coming over here on the conveyor belt, dealing with the Olmecs in Mexico. And all y'all know about is 1492 with Columbus. But before Columbus, Africans been traversing, coming over here.
We got the Grand Canyon. They got
now when they talk about we indigenous, it's a lie. African people did leave Africa and come to the New World and trade, share, understand, and they went the hell back home. You know, they made some babies before they left.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, but we were not indigenous. Indigenous means you been here. No, if we was indigenous, they would have never had to get on a boat and come over here.
Okay, so who are the
and your African always shine through, even with this non-ether curl that you have back
in
your hair.
Show me your indigenous right quick. I see Africa in you.
It's African. African,
and that's what I say. I got nappy hair. Well, no, I don't consider first no disrespect. But I don't consider myself light because I have family that look damn near white. You get what I'm saying? And then I have family that's really, really dark. And so I'm lost. Like people think I'm saying that. I don't know if I'm light, dark, brown. You understand?
That's how the rainbow spectrum is. It's different.
You have when you
tones,
have the African phenotype, you can't lie and say you're indigenous to anywhere. You're indigenous to Africa.
And
the
don't I have African
the rest of the world
I got a big
is
nose.
our playground.
Thank you.
We're indigenous to Africa, and the rest of the world was our playground.
Africa, the motherland.
This is how it was when it first got started.
Ooh, just like that, a little teepee.
Yeah. So it has to be.
And who bought the land? His dad bought the land?
Yeah, his dad bought the land. How they organize it where this is once you're in here, you're in Africa. I don't know how.
That's on you. That's on. I don't know my vibe.
They come to the village. The king will get busy too.
Well, first introduce yourself, because who are you, please? You're the king. He said you were the king.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
I'm His Royal Majesty Oba Adejigbe Egunjobi Oyewole Aladahunu Adefumi Ọba tí Abúlé Oyotunji. Oyotunji ní ìlú Yorùbá pátápátá ní ìlú Amẹ́ríkà. I'm the king. That was my name. Oba Adefumi, you can call me.
Okay.
But in Yoruba culture, we don't have names like Johnny, Bill, and Bob.
Right, okay.
Our names actually mean something.
Okay.
So my name is Adeji Igbe. That means that the crown belongs to the people. Adefumi means that the crown is for me. Egunjobi means that the ancestors produced this guy. So our names
I'm
have
Angie
meaning.
B.
Angie B. Get her, Angie.
Because they produce me.
I
I'm auditory. That's why I'm trying to listen to what you guys
B.
do.
Oh, you good with that one? B. She called
So
it B.
beautiful. She's so beautiful.
Egunjo B. She said Angie B.
What is
It's actually good that you're doing this because for me, being in Nigerian descent and growing up in an era where colonization was the ruler of things, it really affects you psychologically.
It does, and I was affected.
And what you do, you start reading a lot of materials.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I read a lot.
Me too.
A lot of books that makes you get.
Yes.
So, and what it does, it shortens my corporate world.
Yes,
career.
absolutely.
Because every time I go into the corporate job, I run my mouth.
Yes. No, I get it.
You know, and when you do that a lot, you can't get into the corporate world, so you can't feed your family either.
Right.
So,
You got to eat. Like I said, you got to eat. You're gonna. He's saying like you got to work in the corporate world, but then you're trying to keep your traditions. I understand.
Yeah. So for me, coming down here, I didn't save a lot of money, so coming down to the United States,
Right.
I read a lot. I studied every Black Panther book.
Right, but and then you got the shock that you had to work and make
No,
the.
I got the shock because I read every history book that you can ever name of. From
Really?
I read, especially when you read slave books.
Yes,
Oh
absolutely.
my goodness.
Yes.
It'll, and to actually read all those things, and the first person that actually told me that was my grandmother
Okay.
when I went to Nigeria. So she told me we have relatives that are brought here.
Yeah.
So
Nigeria have relatives that are brought here to America. Yeah. Well, I don't know because this is what I'm here to do, and I'm glad you said that you guys appreciate that because we got a lot of people saying a lot of different things. You know.
No, I see that too.
You see that, right? You read on social media or in real life,
yes,
and they
yes,
dress a certain way, and they look a
yes.
certain way, and they feel like they're more blacker than you. Or
Yes. So, and I think that's the first time I heard about my Black American culture was by my grandmother, who actually introduced it to me.
How y'all doing? Good,
You guys
good.
doing? I honor you. Welcome.
Is that what I'm supposed to say? I honor
no,
you.
no.
Welcome.
That's just
I do everything with humor. I honor you and welcome you.
You know what? I do that.
I'm learning. I'm being deprogrammed.
I do that based on me getting away from I had to study Buddhism and all that.
Oh, okay. So that just
culture,
didn't come from Africans.
it come from
He's
the-
very centered. He said he studies a
so
lot of
it's-
different things.
So when you learn that, so it's very easy for you to bow down to somebody.
Right.
Because the only way to get rid of anger, especially when you study your history,
Mm-hmm.
you have to study beyond what you've been taught.
Right, I say that all the time. And namaste, people go around namaste. I go, it means a divine in you. And
Yes.
people go, you're saying namaste, you don't even know what it means. You don't know what this means, or and there's so many different. Yes.
So-
All right, so you go ahead and guide us.
Because we are all dedicated. We wouldn't be here if we wasn't dedicated.
Okay.
And the more people that comes in, is the more we're proud that they're here because we know the ancestors they all been here.
Right.
We had 5 women that's going to become part of this Yoruba society in the Egbe Moraine Women's Society. So that means that their ancestors called them
To come here.
to come here
Beautiful.
and be part of the Women's Society and be part of the Yoruba Kingdom Society.
So,
That's beautiful.
yeah, so the police can just come in anyhow.
The police just can't come here?
No, they have to have a warrant.
Oh, okay.
Unless you call them too, so.
Does the same rules apply though? You still have to go up under American rules?
I don't know.
About last year.
When did you start it?
I started this type of vlog probably during like live bands.
Really?
But then we were traveling out the country and I did that kind of vlog, but I'm enjoying this better because I want to ask questions. I want to learn.
No, you could ask any question. Like I always say to people, like this, getting to know myself has led me to reading a lot of books.
Yes, reading. Yeah, well, a lot of people don't want to read or
like
watch
I've
video
read
material.
the Bible, the Quran,
3 times.
the Torah, the Bhagavad Gita.
What's the Bhagavad Gita?
That's a Hindu text.
Hindu. I've been loving the Hindus, haven't I? I didn't even know it was a Hindu text. I know the Sanskrit.
Yeah,
and
the Sanskrit.
all that.
I like the way
I gotta catch up.
I like the way the Upanishads, the literatures. I like the way. It's
Yeah, I'm starting to love Hindu. You know,
Yes.
before I was kind of closed-minded. Like now I'm spiritual, but now it's like I believe a little bit of.
No, look, I'm the type that I have a 3
Starting to
hour.
believe a little bit of
No,
everything.
I have a 3 hour practice of yoga
3 hours.
every morning.
Ooh,
So
you see, I like to eat. It would benefit
I'm
me to yoga.
vegan.
So you're
I'm
vegan. That
Love
beautiful
ya.
living. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you get a lot of people in here?
Yes, we do.
So you met anybody like me?
No, I'm just being honest.
Am I too much? Do I ask too many questions? Be honest.
You know what? Honestly speaking, I think you're doing what you're supposed to do. A lot of people, when they come here, whether they're open-minded, but you can tell they're not really open-minded.
Oh, they trying to just fake the fraud so y'all can look at them a certain way.
Yes.
So are you just saying that you like the real? You like somebody being
I
more
like-
real,
yeah,
more
I like the
honest?
real, yeah.
Because I don't know everything, right? I'm
That's what
imperfect.
happened. When you have this thing called the overnight yoga, where you get up in the middle of the night and practice yoga,
Wow, you do
it
that.
teaches you about real life, honestly.
Real life, okay.
Yes. You
Because
have
sometimes I feel like a unicorn in this
No,
world,
it's
you
called
know what I mean?
it's called the overnight yoga.
Okay,
You get up at 2 a.m.
okay,
and you practice till about 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
okay.
So I do that every single day. I cannot remember the last time I slept from 12 to 6 a.m. in the last 10 years.
And so what does it do for you?
It makes you center yourself.
Center, you're getting centered, grounded.
Yeah, you become really centered.
And you transmute all that negative energy and all that. Yeah, because we can get bottled down in that, and we can project, though, can't we?
Yes,
absolutely.
It really makes you centered, so it creates a natural high.
And do y'all worry about what goes on the outside?
Honestly, I don't give this.
That's what I'm saying. You care about yourself, right? So many people are so wrapped up when other people are doing.
Oh yeah, it's just that when you're not centered, because to open up this thing called the chakra and all that, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, the chakra and all
it
that, and the
takes a
different
lot of
colors. And then in Egypt, they call it the best,
It
B-E-S-E, and then another religion called it something else,
No,
and another one. Am I right though? They call it so many different.
It takes a lot of work.
And your purple chakra is open, and now your heart is open, and your green is open.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
this is
takes
where
a-
I'm at on my Twitter. It's like I be debunking it. I'm not saying it isn't true. I'm just saying that you have a mind, use it.
Yes.
That's what I say, yeah.
It
And
takes a lot of work.
I want to say this to you. The king was saying that they have marriages with men.
Yeah.
So when people did hear that, explain that a little bit more, so because somebody's gonna be like, "Did I hear that? What does that mean?" If there's 14 different marriages, he said. So when they have a marriage with a man, it's not a homosexual marriage.
No.
So
It's for business purposes.
it's for business purposes. Just so you okay. Yeah. Okay. Because he said he takes care of them, right?
Yeah,
But then they
yes,
call that a marriage.
Yes.
Okay.
And also too,
Y'all think y'all ready for that?
In the Yoruba culture, those things don't have no meaning.
They don't have any meaning. That's Western. And yeah, we on y'all land anyway, right? Yeah.
They have no meaning. So, but that's why I said when you become very open-minded, you learn to accept everybody.
You learn to accept everyone. Okay. Because sometimes they make me feel like I'm ostracized. You know, like I'm not black enough, or like my mind doesn't work. I sat there and listened to the king, and y'all know in my Twitter, I done said everything he said. You know, that's his dad. That's the king's dad. Yeah, see, he's a light-skinned black man. That's what I'm saying. I seen that online, and I'm going, he would be considered multiracial. And is this who we just talking to, the king right here?
Yeah, that's it right here.
Okay, this is the king right here, you guys. Who we just talking to.
That's it right
Yeah.
That's it right.
You got great sense of humor. I asked about the wives. I asked him how many
It's
wives he got
14 different
joking,
types.
and he hit me with this. Go ahead.
There are
Said it.
14 different types of marriages in Yoruba culture. There is not just dun 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 dun, here comes the bride. That's a Wagnerian opera.
Okay.
Song. And why are black people dressing up and acting like they're Vaughns? Aren't the Vaughn people like the Scandinavians?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with us.
He's very
In our
well
culture,
studied.
we understand nature, we understand life. So we know ain't no human being gonna have the same type of marriage. There are 14 different type of marriages. that
So
you
we
can
define our
subscribe
own
to.
marriage?
There's polygyny, there's polyandry, there's monogamy. There's marrying a deity, a spirit. You can marry a
Never
spirit.
heard that.
Because what you do, you ever heard somebody who was a monk?
Yeah.
They marry God.
And
You can marry God.
Yeah,
There's
I
so
like the way
many
you broke
different
that
types
down.
of marriages.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are male and male marriages, not like y'all thinking in America with the weird stuff, but there are men who would take care of other men in the community, and they would work for that man and help build his company. A marriage has nothing to do with love in African culture. It's got to do with economics and business. So when we talk about marriage, there are 14 different ways to make that business work.
Okay, I bet you it's gonna get packed when y'all gonna have a lot of people coming. They gonna want you, King. They gonna want to talk to. They gonna want to talk to y'all. He says I'm too
There
much.
you
Honey.
go, right there. There you go.
He got Terry today. I done seen the King. Do we have a queen out here too? Is there a queen?
Yeah, one of the queens. I think in the back.
Oh,
No,
how
I'm
many?
not too
How many queens are they?
I can't count with my
Oh, I'm gonna come over here. Finally get me a little head piece.
Yeah. Oh, let me cut it inside the kingdom.
Oh no, that's. No, but I ain't into that sharing though.
You didn't. What, you see you don't like that?
I don't want to share. I don't
Why?
want to share. Look, I'm out here on y'all can't say too much. Trying to act. Yeah. I'm still in that European one-on-one.
Okay, one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know.
You know the European one. I want him to be faithful to me.